Ever found yourself shouldering the blame for someone else's mistake? A question that might feel all too familiar to many of us. We're diving headfirst into the intricate world of self-blame and accountability, an area that often proves to be a double-edged sword. Imagine a colleague who botches up a presentation that you both were supposed to handle. The first instinct might be to blame yourself, thinking, if only I had taken up the entire task myself. Or perhaps you blame yourself for a friend's failed relationship, thinking you should have given better advice. These scenarios, while different, share a common thread: the inclination to shoulder the blame for others' mistakes. It's a tricky path to tread, as it can lead to unnecessary guilt, self-doubt, and even affect your self-esteem. But what if I told you there's a different way to look at responsibility? Stay tuned as we explore this concept further in our next scene. Imagine responsibility as a pie. Now let's take a moment to explore this idea. Each slice of this imaginary pie represents a different portion of accountability in a given situation. It's a visual way of understanding how blame or credit is not always a black and white issue, but can be divided amongst different individuals involved. Let's delve into an example, shall we? Picture a group project at school. The project did not meet the expected standards and received a low grade. Now, it's easy to point fingers or even shoulder all the blame yourself. But if we were to break this down into our responsibility pie, how would the slices look? Perhaps a slice goes to the team member who didn't contribute as much as they should have. Another slice might go to the team leader who didn't manage time effectively. Yet another slice could be attributed to the person who misunderstood the assignment brief. And maybe, just maybe, a sliver of that pie goes to you for not communicating your ideas clearly. This visualization helps us understand that responsibility is multifaceted and often shared amongst many. Now let's consider a different scenario. An issue at work perhaps, where a project you've been leading falls behind schedule. It's easy to take all the blame, but again, let's look at our responsibility pie. A slice might go to the supplier who delivered materials late, another to the team member who fell ill. A piece could be attributed to the unexpected technical issues that arose. And yes, a slice goes to you for not factoring in buffer time. The responsibility pie allows us to see that accountability is not a burden that one person must bear alone. It's broken up into slices, each representing a different aspect or person involved in a situation. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by blame, remember the responsibility pie. It's a tool to help you understand that responsibility is shared and not a weight you must carry alone. It reminds us that every situation is a mixture of many ingredients and each one contributes to the final outcome. Let's revisit our initial question about self-blame and accountability. Self-blame is an inward-facing emotion, often associated with guilt and regret. It's the weight we carry when we shoulder all the blame. But remember, it's not about carrying the whole world on your shoulders. It's about understanding and dividing responsibility, like slices in a pie. Now, let's talk about accountability. It's not about pointing fingers or blaming others. It's an outward-facing recognition of one's role in a situation. It's about understanding your slice of the responsibility pie and owning it. Think of it this way. If self-blame is a heavy stone that sinks you down, accountability is the paddle that helps you navigate the river of life. It's about steering your own boat, not carrying the river. Remember, you control your slice of the responsibility pie. Don't let it control you. That's all for this video. Please help support our channel growth by subscribing and clicking the bell icon to ensure you don't miss any of our new content. Take care.